Hey, earlier today we talked about converting fractions from one metric fraction to another. Now we're going to discuss converting metric conversions that are using exponents. Here's an example. What do we use this for? We use this one, we're going to convert things with area. We use length times width. Or when we're converting volumes of different objects. Remember, volume consists of length times width times height. An example is two boxes. Each one of them is 1 centimeter cubed. We have 1 centimeter length, 1 centimeter width, and 1 centimeter height. What if you wanted to convert this into millimeters? Well, remember, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. So in order to convert each side, we would convert 1 centimeter into 10 millimeters. So we'd have a 10 millimeter height, 10 millimeter width, and 10 millimeter in length. So in actuality, a 1 centimeter cubed block is equivalent to 10 millimeters times 10 millimeters times 10 millimeters, which is the same as 1,000 millimeters cubed. Or simply, an easier way to understand this would be a 1 centimeter cubed is the same as a 10 millimeter cubed block, because 10 cubed is the same as 1,000, and millimeters cubed is the same as millimeters cubed. So you can look at it either way. And what we're actually going to use is we're going to use this conversion, these types of conversions, when we convert exponential problems. Okay, let's look at the first example. We have 334 millimeters cubed, and we want to convert it into centimeters cubed. So we start with 334 millimeters cubed. We know that there are 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter. Well, we want centimeters cubed. Well, we know right here we do not have centimeters cubed and we do not have millimeters cubed. So in order to get to centimeters cubed and to cube the millimeters, we're going to cube this entire term. So in actuality, that's the same as 334 millimeters cubed times the top part, 1 centimeter, that whole term cubed, and 10 millimeters, that term cubed. And so when we do this, we actually get 334 millimeters cubed times 1 centimeter cubed, and 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. And then we're going to divide that all by 10 times 10 times 10, or 1,000 millimeters cubed. And what we wind up with is 0.334 centimeters cubed. So what we have to do is, in order to convert cubically, we have to both cube the top and cube the bottom in order to get this. So when you cube the bottom, you're actually dividing by 1,000 versus just 10, because it's the length times the width times the height. So that's the answer for the first one. Let's look at another example. In this case, we have 42.7 kilometers squared, or squared kilometers, and we want to convert to megameters squared. So we start with 42.7 kilometers or kilometers squared. We know that there are 1,000 or 10 to the 3 kilometers in 1 megameter. So again, we see this and we see that we need to square, in order to get megameters squared, we need to square this, but we also, in order to get rid of the kilometers squared on the bottom, or sorry, on the top, we need to square the kilometers on the bottom as well. So we're going to square both terms. So in actuality, again, we get 1 megameter, that whole term squared, and 10 to the 3rd kilometers squared. So remember, 1 times 1 is 1, so this just remains 1 megameter squared. But now you notice we're squaring a term with an exponent. Remember, you do not add exponents when you're squaring something, you multiply them. So in actuality, this is the same as 42.7 kilometers squared over 1 megameter squared, and 2 times 3 is 6, so we get over 10 to the 6 kilometers squared. And when we do that and we multiply it all together, we get actually 4.27 times 10 to the negative 5th megameters squared, or if you wanted to write it as a decimal, it would be the same as 0.0000427 megameters squared. So remember, what you do to the top, you do to the bottom. So let's look at one last example. This is using a combination of both the exponent procedures that we're learning right now, as well as the fractional problems that we did previously today. We have 13.3 decigrams per centimeter squared is equal to how many centigrams per millimeter squared, or squared millimeters. We're going to do it the way we did the previous problems, and we're going to take it in 2 parts. Remember, 13.3 decigrams per centimeter squared is the same as that over 1 centimeter squared. So first we're going to look at the 13.3 decigrams. We're going to take the 13.3 decigrams and we're going to convert it to centigrams. Remember, there in 1 decigram there are 10 centigrams. So we multiply that out and we get 133 centigrams. So now we've taken care of the top part and we've converted it to the centigrams. So now we're going to look at the squared centimeters and turn it into squared millimeters. So we have 1 centimeter squared. And in 1 centimeter, there are 10 millimeters. Now again, see, we need to square both of these because we want to get squared millimeters and we want to get rid of squared centimeters. So I take this entire thing and I square it. Well, this is the same as 1 centimeter squared times 10 squared, or 10 squared millimeters squared over 1 centimeter squared, because remember, 1 times 1 is 1. So when we do this, we get 1 centimeter squared times 100, so we get 100 millimeters squared. So now we want to get, remember, the whole idea is to get centigrams over millimeters squared. So now I'm going to take the 133 centigrams and I'm going to divide it by my second answer, the 100 millimeters squared. And when I do that, I get 1.33 centigrams per millimeter squared. I hope this helps you.